Hey there, how's it going out there? I hope you are doing well. Welcome to our live stream. I appreciate you coming on board and checking this out. It's been an interesting week. And so we've got a few things lined up for us to explore today. By the way, that was called Impressions. That was that John Coltrane thing. And so that's a blast to play on. It's really two keys, right? Key of C. It's a D minor chord going to E flat minor. It's the key of D. Key of C going to D flat. So if you think about it that way, it opens up a lot more possibilities than just thinking D minor. Okay, so just a little hint there. So let's see who we've got here. We've got Andre from Belgium. Hello, Andre. And Jim Rolfe. Good morning, Jimmy boy. Where have you been, charming Jimmy? To see my... I can't pronounce it. Anyway, welcome. And again, thank you. And please join in and visit the conversation because it's so much more fun if somebody responds. So, and gives us something to talk about. Ron C. Ron C. Hi, Ron. Thank you for joining us. I don't recognize Ron C. Do you, Wes?
I do not know Ron C. No.
Well, good. He must be new. But here we have Tim Neufeld from Fresno. And by the way, I saw Tim the other night we did a gig at the library in Clovis. They have a series called Jazz at the Library, sponsored by Jazz Fresno. You know, jazz has to be subsidized by good people, and in order to keep it alive, because it's not really played much on the radio, that's for sure, or on TV. Never hear it on TV, do you? On national TV? I don't think so. Used to a long time ago, but not anymore. Now it's Lady Gaga in a meat suit. I'm not saying that Lady Gaga just wears a meat suit, but she wears other things like a mustard thing.
Lady Gaga is a great jazz artist.
I know. I'm not cutting her.
Jazz.
I'm just saying she's wore a meat suit. You know.
Not to play jazz with Tony Bennett.
Oh,
she wore a dress.
She did, like a
nice dress.
Nice dress.
Yeah.
Did it was it an Italian dress? I guess. Anyway, no, I like Lady Gaga. I think she's wonderful. So anyway, we did that gig there, and it was really, really fun. And we did a salute to Wes Montgomery. We played a bunch of Wes Montgomery tunes, and I have a spiel that talks about his life and his career. And we did that there. But right before that, we also did it at a retirement center. And this place was huge. They had this big full-on stage, like you would see in a theater, a big theater stage. And it was really nice. We did, what's going on there? And then we did that in the morning, and that was really well received and well attended. And what a nice place. I'm thinking, gosh, maybe it's time to go to the retirement center. But anyway, it was really nice. And so we did it there first, and then we did it at Jazz Fresno, Jazz at the Library. Really a lot of fun. We just had a blast. And the band sounded great. And what more can you ask for? Dieter from Jordan from France. Kelly Shields. No way. Hello, Kelly Shields. That is my cousin, Kelly Shields. Thank you for joining us, Kelly. Mark Larkin. Nice job on breezing last week. You're welcome. Thank you. You requested that, I believe. And still looking for that ES-165 Herbelis for you. Andre in San Francisco. Andre, I don't think you've ever joined us on the live stream, has you, Wes?
All the time.
Okay. Thanks for joining us all the time on the live stream. Appreciate it.
Yeah, he's a normal guest.
So I'm playing this Heritage that I got last week, right in the middle of the show. Remember, Gail brought it out. And so I've worked on it a little bit. And I raised the pickup. I didn't reverse the ring. I probably ought to. And so anyway, I finally got it on the web page. So we got some pictures on the web page of this guitar, as well as on this T59. We just got that. I'm going to show you this in a little bit. And I got the Howard Roberts on the web page. And of course, we have the X700. And man, these are all our lifetime guitars that are just Great guitars. And by the way, I have one coming in today, a Heritage Sweet 16. So those are cool guitars. So it's Guitar City, man. So Wes is working the cameras and doing his thing. Say hi, Wes.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Try to hold down the enthusiasm. Carlos Campos.
I'm hungry. I'm ready for lunch. Man,
I know it.
burrito time.
Sweet. So, nice sound, huh? Richard Gagliano. No way. A meat dress, yes. That's what we could have for lunch, Wes, is a meat dress. Nice to have you with us, Richard. I hope all is well. And then, what? Hi, y'all from Illinois wine country. I didn't know Illinois had wine country.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, because we live in the wine country of California right now, here. So,
Well, one of the wine countries. The
One.
main wine country is Napa Valley. And that's not where we live. But the second richest wine area, Paso, is where we are.
all right,
Yep.
yes.
Where
yes.
is the Illinois wine country, Richard?
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, check that out.
Timothy, why don't you read what Timothy wrote there, Wes?
The Wes Montgomery presentation was so good. I had no idea he put out that many albums in such a short time. Can you recommend the top 5 albums I should be listening to?
Well, Smoking at the Half Note, Bumpin'. I love the production ones. Far West, which is one of his first ones. Get his greatest hits. I mean, that's a great one. I also like Moving West. That's one with big bands and stuff. I like those kind of orchestrated ones that we talked about. But thank you, Tim, and I'm glad you came and you enjoyed that. Andre said, set up my guitar with your set of strings. It helped my old left hand. You know, lower the action down. Here's what I do. Put the neck straight. Lower the action down as far as you can get it, and then let it buzz all over the place. Then start raising it up until you're not getting buzzes, and you're good. Now, in about a week or two, it's going to start buzzing again. What you need to do, your neck is humped, so now you need to back the truss rod off a hair. And that'll give you the lowest action you could possibly get. You know, Joe Pass played with really low action, and you just can't help it after a while because it's just so much easier to play. So, anyway, little tip there. Maybe start a Wes Montgomery tribute band. Gail's been saying that for years. And we started doing that, these tribute shows. We've done a few of them, and we could probably do a lot more if we really advertised and did it. It's fun, because we also do, we like to do his commercial stuff, too. Not just his, bebop stuff. Not just that, or jingles, but we also do right? And then we also do. And then we also do. And what else do we do? A bunch of those things. So it's a lot of fun, and we tell a little bit of history about Wes. And it's really interesting because Wes didn't drink. He didn't do drugs. He was asked to join the John Coltrane band and refused. So thought, you better stay home. He had 7 kids. So come on. He's a family guy. Okay. Yes, Richard says it's a crazy year. Yeah, he had to cancel out on the camp because of something came up. And so, Richard, yeah, we'll see you next year. I hope, God willing. Kelly Shields, I got a question. Do you have any advice on using compression when recording? A little bit of compression goes a long way. You're almost better off compressing it a little bit and then a little bit more in the mix or something. Do it just a little bit goes a long way. You know, you don't want to. I hate the sound of compression. It's no dynamic range. So a little bit goes a long way. Don't use it too much.
Ron C. says West recorded a great album with Olive Nelson, if I recall correctly.
Oliver Nelson?
No.
I guess. I don't know which one. I'm really not the go-to authority for all that, you know. But
Richard.
Oliver Nelson, no kidding. I don't recall that.
Richard says Southern Illinois, as far from Chicago as one can get and still be in Illinois.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Richard also asks, what key is D natural blues in?
I assume D natural. Right? I guess. Again, I played that song before, but for the life of me right now, I couldn't play it for you because I don't remember it.
Timothy asks, can you say more about Wes's death? What do we know?
I assume he had a heart attack. I mean, he was a smoker. They ate pretty good. And, back then, they didn't, you had a heart attack back then, you're done. So that's what happened to my father. He was 40. Wes was 45, so it's like a bummer, but I guess he died at home. And his wife was there, and there you have it. I don't know exactly the terms, but I assume it's a heart attack.
Clarence Vicarat, you need to attend Rocky Mountain Archtop Festival. That is true. We do.
Next year we will be there, and I wanted to do it this year. Yeah, this actually needs to come down a little. I wanted to do it this year, but we had gotten this gig booked long before I thought about going to the Rocky Mountain Festival. So, yeah, I do need to go there. You are absolutely right, and I will go there someday.
I actually have a little thing on that for guitar news coming up.
Oh, you do?
Today.
Great.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about it more, Clarence.
Huh. What's your clearance, Clarence? Remember that from...
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Airplane.
Airplane, yeah. What's your Victor, Victor? What's your vector, Victor? Today's a lousy day to quit sniffing glue. Good God, jeez.
That was a great movie.
That was a great movie. The best part was when Mrs. Cleaver was talking jive.
Yeah, Eddie Davis, thanks for that. We do. Hit the like button if you can. The thumbs up there would help us out.
Yeah, thank you,
Thanks a
Eddie.
lot.
Eddie, hope you're doing well. I see you're playing all around. That's so fantastic. Good for you.
Carlos Campos says, "Hi, Rich. I really love your left-hand technique with that minimal movement. Can you tell us more about how you developed it? Thank you."
Sure. Here's what you want to do. You want to take a pressure washer, put it on about 300 pounds, and nail your little finger. Then you'll just use these three. And so basically, you know, when I start straining myself, it's because I start going back to playing the way I always was taught to play, with using all four of my fingers. Like this. The reality is, you know, I call it slurred fingering, where you play a note and then you hammer. Any half steps away, you slide and then hammer. Pull off. So, you know, you know, when you work it out, try to, if you're learning a solo or something, try to work it out with using mainly your three fingers and a lot of hammers. Here's a good exercise, and that's to go like this. So you can do it. So get those pull-offs and those hammers on really, really good. Try to get them on. Also, go for bigger stretches. That's helpful. So then also try to take something like soloing around an A minor chord and experiment with jumping all over the neck. Instead of trying to play everything in one position. Now, I'm not saying that that's bad to play everything in one position. Not at all. Of course not. But, you know, when you're jumping around and using just maybe three of your fingers. But I still am a double picker, you know, an alternate picker. I can't get away from that. I can't force myself to. I mean, I can. But I got to think about it. It doesn't come natural to me. It comes more natural to play. And you expend so much energy doing that. As opposed to I'm saying? So that's the way I see it. What's up, Wes?
Nothing. Eddie Davis can't make it to Cambria, and he's bummed about it.
Oh,
Russell Kane, hi from Italy.
I'd like to go to Italy.
And then Jasper Jope Gears, hi from Holland.
Wow, thank you guys for joining us.
Ron C asked, is that an X500?
No, it's an X700. It's all solid woods. X500 is laminate. So this is all solid. So I really like this guitar.
Jasper asks, can you show us the back of that guild?
Oh, yeah.
And Ryan said that the Jimmy Smith and Wes album has Oliver Nelson as the arranger.
Oh, thank you. Here's the back. It's just a solid piece of maple. I don't know if it's laminate or not. I don't think it is. I would have to check. But I think this is X500 is all solid woods. Isn't that a beautiful guitar? Crazy, isn't it? Solid piece of spruce on the front. These should be thousands more than what they are. Oh, yes. Okay, what else?
Mark Larkins, Rich, I'd love to hear you play Wave on that new Heritage arch top.
Oh, okay. Well, you know me, if I do know the song, which I do know this one, I'm more than happy to play it for you. It's when I don't know the song that it's kind of hard to play it.
Jasper says, so only the sides are laminated?
No, it's solid. The sides are solid. The back I'm not so sure about, but I'm sure it's solid too. It's all solid. Boy, there's a big difference in weight between this and that. Crazy.
This blog here says...
I know, there's discrepancies on that, isn't there? What does it say?
Where did that say that? Oops, sorry. Stated in the introduction, the X700 Stewart has laminated back and sides and a carved solid spruce top.
Okay, there's probably another blog that says different. So, okay.
Just to set the record, another one says laminated maple back and sides, not carved, not solid.
Okay. Well, I guess I was wrong then. Seems to me I had heard it the other way. But that's a big piece of maple, so on that back. So I'm thinking here, I don't know. Maybe it is limited. I'm going to use the track for Wave because it's just so much fun.
Let's see.
You'll have to. You want what? Do you want to do something else first?
That guild is made in Westerly, Rhode Island, right?
Mm-hmm.
Richard was asking that. Okay, yeah, ready.
Yeah, something like that. Hey, Wes, can you turn the track up in here and then? Thank you. In case we do another song.
Yeah.
Okay. I do have another song planned. I wanted to show this T59. We better get to that.
Can you actually hear when a guitar is laminated or not?
No. Not really. I don't know. I think
that'd be
a solid top. Solid. It's got a little. It depends on the wood too. You know, what is the back? It all depends on the wood, and every guitar is different. You know, they're all different, even within the model. But check this guy out. This is a T59, and I just put it on the website. You know, again, this is what happens with Eastman. You order something, you forget about it, and then all of a sudden you get a notice. Eastman just deducted X amount of dollars out of your account. Okay. So then you don't even know why, but okay. So then it comes a few days later, and then you get it, and then you get the receipt. So you don't even know what you bought. But I've had a few of these ordered for people. I've never had them long enough to even put them on the website or do a video on them. But one thing about this particular guitar is, without distortion and all that, it's got a beautiful tone just by itself. And then here's the back pickup. It's got a lot of bite, and it's got the Seymour Duncan Antiquity pickups. I've got a 347, and I've threatened to not to get rid of it and just play one of these or a Heritage 535. But that never seems to happen. Let's play something with this, Wes. What do you think?
Sure. So what's the deal with that? Is that thing aged or like made to look old or?
Stop. Yes, it's made to look old, just like that Heritage back there. So it's the antique finish thing. So if you look at the pickups, see how the pickups look old. Believe it or not, that stuff will wipe off if you really want it to. But they went through a lot of trouble to put all that stuff on and to do it. So I would leave it. So anyway. I'm coming to you on a dusty road. When it comes to love, got a truckload. Anyway, let's play a song. We should probably play some blues on this, maybe. This might be, well, here's, yeah. Guys, got any questions about this guitar while I'm fumbling around here? How about you, Wes?
No, not really. It's cool looking.
Yeah. Hey, Kirby's got one of these. How do you like yours, Kirby? Great axe, he says. Anyway, a little demo of just a guitar, and it can definitely drive a distortion unit. But it's got a nice natural tone just on its own.
You want to hear how does it sound acoustic?
Well, ain't much there. That's what it sounds like acoustic.
Carlos asks, I had an entry-level Eastman T486, and it was 2-twang. Very different from the ES335. So how do you compare this one you're playing with Gibson 335?
You know, if you go to the webpage, myguitarcollege.com, and you click on this, I have a video comparing 4 thin line guitars, and one of them is a 347, which is like a I thought these came pre-tuned, which is like a 335 but it's a little beefier, so you can hear the difference there.
Tusima says, if you compare the Antiquities to Seth Lover's or Gibson Classic 57, is there any difference tone-wise, or is it just the looks? $200 extra.
I don't know. You know what? Call Seymour directly. Just call up Seymour Duncan and ask them. They'll probably tell you. I don't know. Anyway, there it is. There's that guitar. I'm going to switch guitars again. Because you know what? If you got them, you got to play them. Otherwise, they get mad at you. So anyway, this guitar is available for any lucky student who would like to have one of these. And I think I got it priced pretty dang good.
That color is sweet. I do like that color.
Yeah.
Yeah, that back looks awesome.
Yeah, isn't that back pretty? I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen a Gibson look that cool. 335, arched, got a nice arch back here. It's just a beautiful guitar. So, anyway, ebony fretboard. That's nice. I go back and forth. Ebony is nice. Rosewood is a little warmer, which sometimes it balances out a guitar. I don't know. Do I happen to know In a Sentimental Mood? No, I'm sorry, I don't. Not a great tune, no. So, Wes,
Joshua Schreiber, I just entered this stream, wanted to ask for suggestions for a home amp that is both clean and warm that also won't break the bank.
get the Quilter Aviator.
Cub,
Yeah. This is a Mach 3. Normally here I have the Cub. And it's 50 watts. It's great amp. I think it has a list price of $650 or no, $700. They just went up. But if you want to email me, Rich at Guitar College, I can get you a price. And I think it's a great amp, and you can go out and gig with that. It's not just a practice amp, so it's nice amp.
Moonshake asks, do you need to have a subscription to the site to be eligible to buy a guitar from you guys?
No. I say it's for my students. So generally, somebody who's ordered from us in the past has done that, but I like to deal with people I know. But, so
On some guitars, you actually give a subscription to the library.
you're
On certain models, you can get a year free.
That's correct, Wes. Thank you for bringing that
A
up.
$300 value.
Thank you. Yes, yes. So I give that subscription with the purchase of a guitar. And I forget to mention that.
Jim Poston, how much?
Hi, Jim.
How much does the Eastman T59 cost?
Well, I don't like to give prices on the live stream. So, Jim, I know you. And by the way, Jim bought us dinner one time in Dallas. Thank you, Jim. That was a great dinner, by the way, you and your wife. So just email me, Rich at Guitar College, and I will give you the price.
Matt Strummer. That's a great name. Matt
yeah.
Strummer. Is that your real name? That's awesome. Just curious if those Eastman guitars arrive correctly set up, or do you have to do a lot of tweaking?
When you get an Eastman guitar, as a matter of fact, I've been... Even Heritage. You get a Heritage guitar, is it set up right? Yeah. For the general public, So in other words, when they set them up, the action's high. Because they don't want it to come back because it's buzzing, because the strings lost tension or something, So, no, I set them all up. I have to set them all up. To answer your question, they don't come like that.
How about Joshua Schreiber? Thoughts on the Roland Jc 22 amp?
I don't have any thoughts on it. The jazz chorus amp, the old ones, they were great at the time, but compare them to some of the stuff nowadays, and these quilters, no comparison.
Yikes. Mup Bup asks or says, I think it compares favorably with 335s that I've played, and for half the price.
Oh yeah, playability is nice. Workmanship is nice. You can't beat it. I'm sorry they're made in China. People get all bent out of shape. I'm not buying from China and all that stuff. Well, that means you're probably not going to buy a TV. Half your medical equipment might be made there. Your car, half your car. It's pathetic. But unfortunately, the people, that make this guitar live in China. And that's where they are. And they make orchestral instruments and stuff. And they're really good people. The government is evil. There's no question about it. Okay? I don't like the government. But the people that have to live there, they're people. And they take a lot of pride in what they build, and they're good people. So what are you going to do? They make a really quality guitar for a real good price, and it's the way it is. I have a friend. He lived in China, in Hong Kong, and he moved to Thailand. Or is it Taiwan? Thailand. Bangkok, wherever Bangkok is. But anyway, he's from here. He was my student a long time. We played tons of gigs together. The reason he moved is the Chinese government decided they don't want any Western music, and I don't mean Johnny Cash, anything from the West to be played in the nightclubs. No dancing allowed, no jazz music, no pop music. The only music that's now being played in China is classical music. the orchestra. No music anywhere. And so it's been like this ever since the pandemic hit, and they're kind of just using the pandemic as a way of just getting rid of the West. They don't want the West. The West is evil, right? So he finally moved. He said, I can't take it anymore. But he had a giant pay cut. He said, when I was working in China, believe it or not, I could make $5,000 consistently every month gigging. Gigs would pay, a jazz gig would normally pay $200 a man, sometimes $300, $400, $500. I go now to Thailand, I make $30, but my rent's only $200. So, I wish he'd just come home. But anyway, I don't know why he got started on that. Because people badmouth the Eastman because they're made in China. They can't help it. They live there. Did I make myself clear on that, Wes?
Yep.
Thank you. Where are we at?
Me trying to fix my mic back here.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, Jim, email me. All right, I'm going to play a tune. Can I play a tune, Wes?
Yeah.
All right.
Preferably exactly like you.
All right. I will play that on this Howard Roberts. Exactly like you, if you're not familiar with it, is a good God, stop. Is an old tune, and but it's a happy tune, and it's a simple tune, not easy, but simple. You're gonna need a level check. Okay, here we go. Well, did it? That was like Reverb City in here. I don't know what's going on. Do I still have other Eastman models? No, they're all sold. I have my own John Pisano model. All the others have sold. I have an AR-880. It's my favorite guitar I've ever had. And with good reason.
Your favorite guitar or your favorite Eastman guitar?
Well, he says favorite guitar. How
Oh,
about,
I thought you were saying that. Sorry. Christian said that. Got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jim wanted to fly me to the moon. Do you want that to go or to listen here? Do you want it fingerstyle or with the band? Wes, do you have news?
Yeah, I've got a couple quick things. Not a whole lot.
Do you want to do the news now? Yeah?
I guess, yeah. Sure.
All right.
Are you leaving?
I'll be right back.
Oh, man.
I'll be right back.
All right. Man. Hurry up.
All right.
All right. So not a lot of news for you guys today. Not, couldn't find anything good. But I did find a couple things. We've been talking about, the last couple weeks, a lot of album, releases that are coming out these days. And, I got another one for you, today. So, a fellow guitar player by the name of Bobby Broom will be releasing a new album tomorrow. Bobby Broom is a Chicago guy, and he has a new album called Keyed Up coming out tomorrow on all your streaming services, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, all the places you get your music. Keyed Up by Bobby Broom. And this is off of the record label Steel Records. And so what is different, he's got a number of albums out over the last 20 years or so. We actually met Bobby about 20 years ago, did an interview with him. He's a super cool guy, super great guitar player. But what's different about this album is it actually features a piano player, acoustic piano player. And it's the first time he's actually recorded with a piano player in about 3 decades. Normally it's just his trio with bassist Dennis Carroll and drummer Kobe Watkins. Bobby Broom, great player, lots of soul, great lines. He put out this YouTube video here for on one of his songs called Blues Around the Corner. And I'm pretty sure this is the actual recording. So they recorded this while they did the video while they recorded it. So it's pretty cool. So I'm going to let you listen here.
Oh, that's cool.
Real quick. It's pretty good. But yeah, you can check this out. It comes out tomorrow on all your streaming services. Again, it's called Keyed Up by Mr. Bobby Broom. So for all your jazz fans, there you go.
Hey, that interview we did, I think it's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should put a link to that.
Yeah. Yeah, or you could just go to jazzguitartoday.com and it's on the homepage there, and you can get a link to the.
No, the one we did.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's on YouTube, is it?
I think so. I think it is.
I never put it on there, but anyway, yeah. If I can dig it up, I will. I'll look for that. For sure. That was a long time ago, man. 20 years or so.
Yep. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else I got here. Oh yeah. One other thing is, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Rocky Mountain Archtop Festival took place in Arvada, Colorado, earlier this month. There are some cool performances you can check out. Jazz Guitar Today was there. It's put on by Peter Henriksen of
Right.
Henriksen Amplifiers.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just some well-known guys there to check out. Frank Vignola, Doug Martin, Jimmy Bruno, Bruce Foreman, a bunch of other people. There's Jimmy Bruno. There's Bruce Foreman. Several of the bars and businesses open up and turn into venues for performances, and apparently there is live jazz guitar to see somewhere in the town all day long during the festival. There's also the talks and seminars and workshops and a bunch of brands there, like Benedetto, Sadowski, just to name a few. I was able to actually find a couple performances on YouTube just by typing in Rocky Mountain Archtop Festival 2022. And here's a couple ones that I thought were cool. This is Frank Vignola and Taylor Roberts playing It Could Happen to You. It's a very acoustic setting here. I don't think this is an actual performance. I think this is just them jamming together for a little while. So yeah, that's just them. So that's the kind of thing you're going to see there is just people kind of jamming around and playing with each other and having fun for sure. Here's more of a performance one. This was Doug Martin and Mark Tonelli. Don't get around much anymore.
Nice solo. So yeah, Nice,
this is the
really
kind of
nice.
the performances and shows you're gonna see. I love the two giant arch tops that are sitting behind them.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. So yeah, anyway, you can get more info about it on Facebook or their website, archtopfestival.com, and start making plans for next year, which is what we should be doing. They even got a little news coverage I saw from out of the Denver CBS affiliate.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool spot. I guess there's a bus that drives people around to the venues, and yeah, all kinds of
That's
jamming.
great. That's great. Yeah, man, yeah. Now this is their third year, I think, right?
Second year, I believe.
Second. Wow, it just really took off, didn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it might be the third. I don't know. Second or third, we'll say. But either way, yeah, it was. It's definitely growing, I believe, and I think next year is gonna be probably bigger than ever before for the next several years, because I think it really is catching on for sure, because there's nothing else really like that around, right?
You know what? We've been talking about doing something on the Central Coast for a while now, doing a jazz festival, jazz guitar festival, here in Cambria. So maybe we ought to get busy and do that. That's one way to get to play at a festival, is to do your own. Then I get to play at it. But yeah, the Art Shop Festival, had I not had that gig, we would have been there. So anyway.
Yeah, and apparently that little town is pretty nice and set up well for one of these festivals. It's pretty small. So kind of.
That's nice.
Everything's along one kind of main drag there.
Nice.
And yeah. So yeah, that's it. So go check out Bobby Broom.
Yeah.
And sign up for the Archtop Festival.
All right. Well, thank you, Wes. Some guitar news. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Here's a question, though. Adam Falk. Hey, Rich, any tips or advice playing swing rhythm like guitarists in the old swing bands?
Yeah, sure. Could you turn my guitar on?
Yep.
Well, yeah, you know what? When I do that stuff, half the time I don't use a pick. I kind of just use, like if we're doing Don't Get Around much anymore. You're mainly playing a lot of seventh chords, you know? Now, you could use a pick. It's got a little more bite to it, so. But I like the thumb. So if you learn your inversions, so if it says C6 or something, you know, just going like this, and then the A7, now D7, you know, that gets a little boring. Now if you sidestep it, see, because when it says C chord, you know, C major 7, and it's like 2 or 3 bars, you know, that doesn't mean you're going to go like that. I mean, it could. It depends on what's happening at the time. But when you move around, it's what you do with that that's going to make the difference. And there's so many things that you can do. Sidestepping on the inversions is one of the easiest or the first things to do. So remember, the tritone is mainly what you need for the dominant chords. And then the thirds and the sevenths for the major. That's like a C major 7, D minor G. So I hope that helps. Yeah, I have a few arrangements. One of them is in a mellow tone that might help you with learning your inversions and get you playing like that. So if you listen to, and John Fasano is the one who told me this, if you really listen hard to Freddie Green, a lot of times it sounds like he's really only playing one or two notes. He's hitting all the strings. And you want to accent 2 and 4. If you use a stroke like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're accenting 2 and 4 just like a drum would be. Boom, then that's what really sets up the groove. So try to accent 2 and 4 and play some inversions. I think you'll be golden. Any other questions, Wes?
Nope, no questions at the moment.
Oh, Jim wanted a fingerstyle of Fly Me to the Moon. we had talked about doing autumn leaves because it's autumn now, last day of summer, right? So we're into autumn. So let's play that. Before we get started, I wanted to say, Gail and I both went to this upper cervical chiropractor and reminded us to try to keep your head in a neutral position. And she showed me x-rays of why, what is done, always looking down. So she says, try to keep your head, even when you're playing in a neutral position. So I'm going to try that. So just look out. You know what I mean? What song am I playing? Oh.
That's what happens when you keep your head in a neutral position. You can't think right.
That's true. Anyway, welcome to autumn. Well, what do you think, Wes?
Danielle asked, can you do September song?
Oh, that's a good one, though.
For the
It's
fall
a long
season?
No, I'll do it next week.
Oh, yeah, that reminds us. Next week,
Oh, yeah.
I have to work at a surfing competition.
You're going to work at a surfing con.
Yeah, I'm doing video for this surf competition.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, this longboard, World Surf League longboard competition at Pismo Pier.
Oh, how cool.
But the problem is I have to be there from 8 a.m. till 3 p.m., which means we're moving the live stream next week to 6 o'clock?
Yeah, 6 o'clock then. We'll have dinner and guitar chat 6 o'clock next Thursday.
Yeah, so 6 o'clock. Mark your calendars. We'll send out an email, and we'll send out some reminders on Thursday. But hopefully you could join us. Sorry for the changes, but I really could not pass up this gig.
Oh no, are you kidding? That's
Yeah,
once
I'm
in a
pumped.
lifetime. I'm surprised you're not in it.
Yeah, no.
You don't do longboard though.
Nope. Anyway, Pete Fantacone from Philadelphia. My 535 bridge is very high from the factory. Can it be lowered and keep the intonation intact?
Well, yeah. I have a video on doing your intonation. It's very easy. If you've got an electronic tuner, it's easy. Lower it down. What you want to do is you lower the action down where it belongs. You got to adjust the neck. Make sure it's not bowed. Okay, so here's what happens. If you look down there and it's bowed, you lower the action so it's nice down here, and now it frets out up here. So there's a scoop here. It's ever so much. It's not. It's really hard to see until you sight down the neck. Put your head right here and look down the neck. You'll see it. Get the neck straight. Lower the action where you like it. And then set the intonation. Okay, we'll check for buzzes and all that stuff. And then you're golden, So, yeah, it's learning to adjust your guitar. You shouldn't be afraid to do that, because it happens. You're going to have to do it all the time.
Any other questions from anyone? Any other questions, requests, comments, concerns, compliments?
Yeah. What about those gas prices?
Complaints? You got any complaints for us?
Let's play All the Things You Are as a samba, and we'll samba out of here, okay? Get ready, Wes.
Okay.
just asked, what is the skill level necessary for the Yosemite camp? So, Bob, we have 3 levels there, and advanced, intermediate, and novice. And so you let the songs, when we issue out the songs, we kind of pick easier songs for the novice and then more difficult ones for the other guys. And so you kind of let the songs dictate your skill level. What you want to be able to do, though, before you get there, is be able to play the melodies single note and be able to comp the chords in time. Other than that, you don't have to become a great soloist to do it or anything like that. It's just we're going to learn all that stuff. We're going to learn how to play together. But if you can already comp the chords reasonably and play the melody, you'll be fine for the camp. So once we release the songs, you'll know. And generally, we'll have lessons that go with those songs.
When do you start taking orders for that or sign-ups?
We already are. We already took them. So you probably want to sign up right away. Make sure you get a room if you want a single room or whatever. So I would sign up right away. It's $200 to sign up.
And you can do that at guitarcollege.net?
That's right. Yes.
There's a thing on the left that says Guitar Camp. Click on that. And everything you need is there.
Yes. Thank you, Wes. Well, thanks, guys. I'll see you next week with a brand new show at 6 o'clock. And hope you enjoyed it. Okay, we'll see you then. Thank you again for joining.